Vikram Rajashekar. My firm is called Cadence. It was started by me and two of my partners, Smaran Malesh and Narendra Pirkul. The client is an educationist, and so the house, when he came with the brief for us, it was a house for around 10 members spread across various age groups. The obvious challenge there to do was give them a home with each of these 10 individuals kept in mind, so that they have their own private space, but at the same time they live in a single family as compared to a multi-dwelling unit. The site is a 40/70 site near Lalbagh Westgate. It's an east-facing property. Luckily, we had this really wide footpath in front of the property, which was dotted by these big canopy of trees, which we could make advantage during the design process. And the neighboring buildings are just residential plots with the maximum height of ground plus 1. The facade is seen as a composition of solids and voids. We made it more dynamic, and it's also seen a stacking of volumes which are carved out to give a connection towards the green outside foliage, maintaining the connection between the different floors as well. And this is in direct contrast with this continuous volume throughout the house, wherein the sense of interior is taken through and through. So at the ground floor, the house is slightly recessed, and when you enter the house, you have a swimming pool at the ground floor, which has a collapsible partition and gives the residents privacy whenever they require. There's a core which takes them throughout the whole house, and when you enter the first floor, the visual connection between the other floors and the swimming pool is maintained. We have a living room which opens out into a garden area, which gives a nice connection between this space and the trees outside. The services like the kitchen and the storeroom are placed in the rear, and this cutout also goes to the next floor as well, giving the residents a visual connection throughout the house. We have staggered these requirements so that we create these different pockets of congregation spaces and the volume, so that the residents are always connected within the space all the time. When you go to the third floor, we have the master bedrooms placed in the rear, and the kids' bedroom as well, opening out further into different sit-out spaces and connecting through the double height. The terrace is again seen as a congregation space for the family, wherein we have a games room, and this opens out into this large terraced area which we have landscaped. So the unique feature of the house is obviously the cutout, which changes shape as we go from the ground floor to the second floor. And the material palette is meant to be kept very modern and chic, so we avoided the traditional materials. It also gives a cohesiveness to the whole space. So as a practice, we have always been interested in form, play of light, softness of the space, and the tactility of materials that you can see throughout this house in the individual spaces, which was highly tailored to the individual person who's staying in that particular space, but also in the common areas where the residents would gather. And The central volume has this sinuous curves and this play of light, which enhances the sensuality which I was talking about.